and it's a very special day for me because I have with me in the studio today, I have our station owner here from waen-tv, George Jones. Welcome to the show, George.
How you doing, Dave?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good,
How about
good,
yourself?
good. Oh, great. Doing just great.
Terrific.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I would have you come into the station today, or into the studio today, and explain to folks what it's like to not only own but run a station. Because I know there are some folks out there that have thought about, what would it be like if I had to go through what hoops there are to run a station? Because there are some hoops.
Yeah, yes, there are. It's rewarding in most cases. Sometimes it's frustrating when you own your own business. Sometimes it can be frustrating, but most of the time it's rewarding. And helping folks get those ideas from off the paper into reality. That's what makes it really, really good for me, and that's why I keep doing what I'm doing. Studio 21 was started in 2002 out of the car garage when I was living here in College Park back in 2002. And back then there wasn't no internet as far as the consumer was concerned. And so we would go and do our little tapes and stuff and put them on VHS tapes. Me and you probably remember that. A lot of people don't.
Oh, yeah, I remember VHS. I remember Beta.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. And then we would take it down to the local cable station, which at that time was on Courtyard, which it still is. And that was back when it was Prime Cable, I believe, because I've been here since 1988 when it was Atlanta Cable, when the cable was first laid in Atlanta. So I've been through all the transitions and stuff. And then we would put it up on the Access channel, which at that time was channel 26. And they played on Thursdays from, I think it was from 8 to 9. As the internet became more available and stuff like that, we moved from out of the garage to a little small office building, which is like right behind the Waffle House, which is right next door to our station that we're at now. And then from there, we started doing just audio because video was just not stable enough. And then from there, we began to grow and everything to where we're at right now with 183 channels that's available, because we're no longer a radio station. We are now a internet network. And it's a big difference between saying you're a radio station or a television station and saying you're a network.
Right. What was it that drove your interest in even starting WAEN back in 2002?
I believe what started was curiosity, because when we started with just the VHS tapes and stuff like that, and when we noticed that a lot of people were asking us, "Oh, when can I be on TV? When can you come and tape me?" And some of the churches asked us to come out there and do some tapings at their churches and different events and stuff like that. That just grew the curiosity even more, and that's why I kind of stayed with it, because it became more exciting. And as new software became available and new hardware became available, it just made it more exciting, because I do have a degree in mass communications from Francis Marion College. So that was just, I just want to keep following it to see just how far it go. And here I am some years later, and the internet is here and things are still changing.
Right. Yeah. Of course, I remember when people said, "Oh, the internet, it's a passing fad, it'll never last."
Right.
And of course, we know it's not a passing fad. And it's going to be here to stay.
It's going to be here a while, Dave.
I think it's going to be here long before I'm dead and in the
Yeah, because we see it changing at such a fast rate. A prime example of this is that 2 weeks ago, Microsoft sent us some software in beta mode for us to try out, which was supposed to be able to allow us to stream a little bit more better, a lot easier, and the image would be a whole lot sharper. And it involved the software and, of course, the new players and everything, which we were going to embed into our website. But before I could even get around to doing all that, they sent a notice that everything was obsolete. Now that's just a week later, everything was obsolete. Okay, so I waited on the new
That's
one.
pretty quick.
Yeah.
Right.
So we waited on the new software to come in. We're supposed to be installing it this Friday, but I'm hearing mumbling in the background saying there is something you're going to add to it to even make it better. So it may be obsolete before we even install it.
That's interesting. Here 2 weeks ago they send you a piece of software. And a week later, wait a minute.
Exactly.
Don't do that. Because that piece of software it's
obsolete.
Not going to work because it's too old.
Right.
And being in the computer industry myself, I've seen the computer industry change just about as fast. It's the kind of thing where don't blink because you're going to miss something.
You're going to miss it. That's right. You're going to miss it. And I like to try to keep up with everything, but it's kind of hard right now because with everything and so many other companies joining in to premiere their software, the competition is real stiff right now.
Right.
Everybody wants to have theirs leading the pack.
Right.
And that's where the problem sometimes comes in at.
Right.
We want to try to get the best of the best, but then the best of the best might be obsolete a week later.
Here you go. So nothing is stagnant.
No.
Not in your industry,
Right.
not in my industry, and of course the two are merging very quickly.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is a good thing, I think, because as computer parts become better, become faster, become more stable, and the software that is in your industry that goes through the computers that
Right.
are in my industry, the two kind of, I don't even want to say merge. I think they blur together.
Yes.
Because, they're saying, oh, well, here, try this piece of software. This is better than what you've got. And
Exactly.
I can remember only, I'm going to say 10 years ago, I used to be doing streaming through Microsoft, as a matter of fact, back in the day when they had their internet gaming zone.
Okay.
And I would host backgammon or spades or cribbage. But when I was doing the backgammon, I would stream music to the players.
Oh, okay.
And they would be able to send me a message. Oh, have you got such and such a song? I'd like to hear that. And that was done through their MSN Messenger, which is now dead.
Dead, yes. Yeah.
That has gone by the wayside. MSN Messenger became something else, and now, it became Live, and then Live is now Skype.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if Skype bought MSN Messenger or the other way around. I'm inclined to believe just by virtue of size.
Yeah.
Microsoft
bought Skype. Right.
So those folks out there that have Skype have their old Skype that still works. And those folks, we got a caller. Welcome to the hot seat. Hello. Are you there? Guess not.
That's not.
Guess not. Anyway, so all those folks that had what was MSN Messenger and such now are running Skype.
Right.
So now we can do video and so forth, and look at who we're talking to.
Right.
Welcome to the hot seat. Hello.
Hello? No, hanging up. I think what it is maybe the software like that. Yeah. All right. It's still right on my end.
Yeah.
It's like I said, with the software that we just put in, it might be affecting the phone. Who knows?
Anything is possible. But I'd like to hope that at some point we're going to have all kinds of nice features and all kinds of new software where people can call in maybe we'll add. Do you think you might be adding Skype to?
One never
to the
knows.
call in?
You know, one never knows because we get so many requests to use their equipment or use their software and see if it'll work with what we already have and what we're already using. So I never say never, and I never say no. It's always gonna, we'll try and see what happens. If it works, fine. Well, you know, we'll give you a good report. If not, then we'll give you all of our error reports that we found problems with that you might want to take it back
maybe,
and look.
Maybe it needs a tweak.
Yes,
maybe it needs
exactly.
whatever.
Yeah.
So I know that a lot of software needs tweaking.
Oh yes,
especially when it's new.
Mm-hmm.
And as things happen, all kinds of stuff.
Exactly.
You know, it might be the latest and greatest, but well, it almost works.
Yeah.
A little bit of tweak. What happened? What seems to be broken? Maybe we can fix it real quick. Maybe it'll take a long fix. We don't know.
We don't know. We really don't know.
So that's the kind of thing. As you started to grow the station and build the network, what was it that drove the progression from internet radio only to TV to the network that it is now?
I would think it was the pressure that we got a lot from our clients and customers. They loved the radio part, and then I think someone was talking about while they were on the radio, if there was some way of putting like a little picture up, and so oops, let's try it again.
One more time. Welcome to the hot seat. Welcome to the hot seat. Hello? Hello? They're hanging up. Whatever it is. They're hanging up. I don't know.
Well, I'll have to look at that, I guess, and look at my lines of script and see if it's in the script. Send them an error report. Send an error report. But yeah, they wanted pictures to be up on the website while they were doing their audio, and that went good for about maybe a good month. Then after that, we started getting requests for video, and at that time you could put the video up, but it had to be on a DVD. Right. And then as time moved on, then we were able to upload the DVD with the audio and the video. Right. And then came the camera, and then the converter for the camera, from analog to digital, to be able to mix it in. And as things began to get better, we got better, and to where we're at today.
Right. So then that gave you the ability to do live stream.
Yes, so exactly.
That started the live stream.
Right. Yeah, that started the live stream. Right. That started our live streaming, and from there we've been able to find software, or was given software to test out that would be able to give us more than one stream going live. From there, then we started talking with, back then it was Crawford Communications, about how can we send.
Let's try this again.
Yeah.
Welcome to the hot seat.
You're receiving this call because a previous partner would like to inform you about a pop.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, we know the phone works. Yeah. Then we got in touch with what was Crawford Communications, the satellite company, to see how we could actually work with them and partner with them for sending a stream overseas. And being licensed by the FCC, that went through pretty well. And so we started streaming live video with cameras and stuff like that, unlike what we have now, which is even more stable and better with the audio. And things began to get better and better from there. So now we're able to offer, I guess, like almost 3 or 4 different varieties of how you want your live session to go out. You can have it to go out with just the audio. Okay, you can have it to go out with the audio and the video on our website, which is waen-tv.com. You can do the audio and the video with Facebook Live, or a combination of any one of the 3.
Right.
So we're able now to accommodate almost any request that someone would have as far as them doing their own live session, including but not limited to even doing live remotes.
Right.
So almost anything that CBS, NBC, or ABC can do, we can pretty much do that here. The difference is they're on antenna and we're on the internet.
Right.
And folks,
of course, I remember back in the day, and I'm sure you do as well, when all you had was ABC, CBS,
I remember.
NBC.
Yep. Yes.
There was no Fox News. There was no
CNN
else.
or anybody else.
Right.
Everything like that. Yeah.
And the test pattern went at night.
Exactly. Yep. 12:01. 12:01. You went off the air and you came back on at 4:45 or 5 o'clock. Because I remember that because I was doing the intern for the CBS affiliate WBTW out in Florence, South Carolina. So I remember that quite well.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the picture of the Indian.
Yes. Exactly.
I think I'm dating myself. I'm talking about that little picture of the Indian head.
Right.
But I'm sure there are a number of folks out there, or maybe some of the folks, parents and or grandparents might remember that picture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But the kids out there, I call them kids, they're even in their 20s, the millennials, sorry, they don't know about the Indian head.
No, they don't remember when it was used to be black and white with only 3 stations. Remember?
and then the big excitement when we got UHF.
Yep, that's right.
That was a big excitement.
Yeah.
And I remember being my father's remote control. Change the channel for me.
Yeah.
So, but and then of course now that you're a network, how did that sprout from being a TV station and radio station? What sprouted?
That came up kind of unexpectedly. I was not looking for that to happen anytime soon. Because you never know, I will tell everybody, you never know who's watching you or who's following you. And we had got a email, we call it urgent email, saying that we've been doing pretty well with what we had, and that some time ago that we had put in a request to become a network, which I thought had probably fell into the cracks of the
federal bureaucracy.
Yes. And so they had kind of forgot about us, but then they said after reviewing everything that we've been doing and everything like that, and how long we've been in existence and how stable we were now, we could be considered a network, and we would start off with 183 channels.
Right.
Now, a lot of people out there need to understand the difference between a television channel, a television station, and a television network. Okay? Right. A television station is the building that everything is in.
Right.
A network is the number of channels that you have that's in that building. A television channel is just one channel. Right. So as a network, we have 183 channels, right, which means if somebody wants their own channel, whatever it to be, we can let you have your own, at least your own channel, so that anything that you produce is going to play on that channel.
Right. Which
even makes it even better, because now, okay, let's look at it like this. Say you are Joe's Tire Shop,
right?
Okay, and you've been in advertising on, say, YouTube, but every time you put in Joe's Tire Shop, you're gonna get 6 or 7 different companies or videos that says Joe's Tire Shop.
From
see what I mean?
God knows where.
Exactly. And in order to find the right one, you've got to go to each one and wait until it plays and everything like that. When you have your own channel, anything that you produce for Joe's Tire Shop goes on your channel. So you would go to, and you can actually do this now, you can go to waen-tv.com and click on TV channels, and it's a drop-down box.
Right.
You find Joe's Tire Shop, and everything that Joe's Tire Shop does, or anybody connected with Joe's Tire Shop, is right there. You see what I mean? It actually helps with our rebroadcast channel, because a lot of people can't find, like we're live now. If somebody wants to watch us over again, they don't know exactly where to go. because the internet has gotten easier, but yet it's gotten difficult for some of us who are up in our age and stuff like that. So to make it better, all you have to do is
those
click.
of us that walk around with two legs,
Right.
two legs, I have a cane. That's my third leg.
Yeah, we can take and go to waen-tv and click on the rebroadcast channel, and everything that Studio 21, WAEN, and WAIN has ever produced live is in there in numerical order, and then you can watch your show or that program or that sitcom or that broadcast, whatever it is, all over again without going through all these little gates and click here and download this and things like
Follow
that. Yes,
so
it's made it a whole lot easier,
right.
and that's why I'm trying to keep up with what's going on, so that when someone says, I want my own channel, or I want to do a radio show, I want to do a television show, we can show them exactly how easy it is done now.
Right. So you have the ability to have right now 183 channels.
183 channels, correct.
Of that 183, how many channels of that are currently active? Are they all full? Do you have
We have well over 100 that are available. They're filling up fast. We found that a lot of churches now want to have their worship services rebroadcast or live from their location. So,
right.
And then the next, I guess, thing would be the hip hop crowd want to have their own channel. So their dance videos or whatever will be on their channel, so they can actually promote themselves and get more exposure. Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, folks, if you want to ask George any particular questions about anything we're talking about, please call into the station, call into the studio. The telephone number here is 404-474-0080.
Right.
And George will gladly answer any questions that you might have.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you want your own channel. Maybe you want your own show here. Do you have, since I'm mentioning shows, do you have openings for radio shows that folks might want to start up?
Yes, we do. We do. What we're going to be doing here very, very soon is actually teaching folks that want their own radio show how easy it is to get your own radio show, how to produce your own radio show, and how to actually get sponsors and commercials put on your show, so that the money that you would be spending every week does not come out of your pocket. This is a problem that a lot of folks think they have, but it's not a real problem.
Right.
It's so easy if you have your own show to be able to get sponsors. Mom and pops maybe can't afford those big radio stations and stuff like that, but they can afford the internet. And since they can afford the internet, then advertise with your local radio station, your local internet radio station. You see, they're paying you, and you're paying the services and stuff that Studio 21 provides, so that you can you can get on the air and get out there.
And it's not horribly expensive.
No.
You were kind enough to let me start this show, this being my 4th week on the air. And I do have a couple of sponsors.
There you go.
Granted, they're family, but they're still sponsors.
The money's still green.
Money is money, and it's all the same color.
Yes.
And in fact, I'm talking with some pretty big sponsors right now. Actually, I'm talking with some corporate sponsors right now. I'm talking with my insurance agent. And that actually may turn into a double, because my insurance agent doesn't just do my renter's insurance, I found out.
Okay.
He also is an agent for Hannity Insurance, which is the classic car insurance.
Oh, okay.
Right. He's a broker for them.
Okay.
And he's talking to them to see if they're willing to kick in and do ads for his agency for them. So he would do that plus his Allstate.
Okay.
So
it's very easy. Yeah.
Welcome to the hot seat. Hello. I guess they don't want to talk to us. Hello? 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 Dead air. Dead air. So, I don't know. They want to call, but they don't want to talk.
Oh, okay.
Apparently. So, but, it's not that hard. You have to be willing to put yourself out there, though.
Exactly.
Fine.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know,
Uh-huh.
You can't be afraid to go up to some company
Exactly.
and say, geez, I got a new show. I
Mhm.
have, access to WAEN FM radio.
Mm-hmm.
We're located in College Park and looking for advertisers. Would you be interested?
Yeah.
If it's interesting, if you don't ask, the answer is already no.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
Yes.
if you ask, you might just get a yes. So,
Exactly. That's right. That's right.
So, you have to be willing to get out there. And
Oh, right.
knock on
Right.
doors.
It's exactly. It's not hard at all. One thing I've seen in the past, being in this industry so long, is that, for example, there was a show when we was at one of the older buildings that I had, he went out and was going to different places and stuff like that and getting sponsors for his show. And one of the guys, what it was, he had the barbecue grill.
No, try again. Welcome to the hot seat.
You're receiving this call because of
Yeah, that's one of them. Must be.
A robocall.
Yeah, robocall. But anyway, they used to listen to his show a lot, and they called him and said that they wanted to advertise on the show.
Right.
So naturally, went out there and gave them the spiel and everything, invited them on the show and everything like that. And they told about their products and services that they had.
Mm-hmm.
Well, lo and behold, about 3 weeks later, he came back on the show to announce that a while back, after he had done the show the first time, there was a lady and a gentleman that came all the way from, I think it was Tyler, Texas or somewhere,
Wow.
visiting people here in Atlanta.
Mhm.
And they said that they had make sure and stop by his barbecue place before going back to Texas because they had heard about it on the radio show. See what I mean? So you never know who's watching. You never know who's listening. Exactly. Yeah. You see?
It's, and your station goes everywhere.
We have 27 foreign countries and 5.3 million listeners and viewers.
Right.
Yeah.
So, it's, people forget, it's like, where is the internet? The internet is
Everywhere. Exactly.
So,
exactly. Yeah.
if you want to get a big audience, jump on the internet and take a chance.
Yeah.
And the worst that'll happen is you don't make it, but take a chance.
That's right.
You got to take a chance.
Yes, exactly right.
I honestly can say I was not sorry that I jumped in with both feet.
Yeah.
It's you have to remember too that in the beginning it's going to be a little slow, but you got to keep trying. You got to let people know you're out there.
Exactly.
And I'm already here, and just in the first 3 weeks, I'm already hearing that people have heard my show. Or at least they're saying they've heard it. Whether they really did or not, I don't know. Are they saying that to make me feel good? I don't know. But hey, it feels good.
It does.
So,
yep.
So whether they really heard it or not, I don't know.
Right. I understand.
And,
Yeah.
so it makes me want to continue. It makes me want to build my listenership.
Right. Exactly.
And of course, the more my listenership builds, the more the station's listeners.
Yes. That's how it works, hand in hand.
Right.
We've had some that have had shows here, and I think 6 to 8 weeks, because it wasn't on no longer than about 2 months. One of the local radio stations picked them up.
Right.
And I believe he's still working with them. Last time I'd seen him, maybe about 2 months ago, he was saying that had he not started with us here at Studio 21 waen-tv, waen-FM, he might not have gotten the overnight DJ position with the local radio station.
Right.
You see what I mean? So you never know.
It could lead to a whole new career for somebody.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
And I remember back in the day
Mm-hmm.
when you wanted to be on the air, you had to have not only did you have to have an FM license, you had to have an FM license with broadcast endorsement.
Mm-hmm.
Those days are gone.
Yeah.
The DJs no longer have to have their broadcast endorsement, even on the commercial radio stations, because now the rule is, as I understand it, the only one that has to have that endorsement
is the engineer.
now is the engineer.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be
one present at all times. Mm-hmm.
Right. So he's the one that's
exactly,
quote unquote, on the hook. Make sure you don't say what you're not supposed to say, and don't do what you're not supposed to do.
That's true.
And you know, but it used to be, as the DJ, you were responsible for making sure yourself. And I used to have a broadcast endorsement. That was a lot of years ago. I got my broadcast endorsement originally, I think, back in 76, 77.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, long time ago.
I got my FCC license in 1988. 87? Yeah, 88.
Right.
In 88.
I did a little bit on commercial radio, seeing what was going on. And I've seen that change, but I think that the internet is going to be a lot of what goes on today.
Oh yeah,
in the industry.
It does,
because it's giving more folks the opportunity to do what they want to do.
What they want to do.
Voice out there.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think as your network grows, so I understand also that the station is looking to move. What's prompting that? So what hoops are prompting that also? There's
the reason why the move came up is because with a network, it involves a lot more equipment, and it involves a lot more personnel. To which this building, as big as it is not big enough.
Right. This is not a small building.
No, it's not a small building by no means. We also want to start the Studio 21 School of Broadcasting. Bringing that together with the network, we needed a larger facility. So we worked with Mrs. Charlotte Davis and Mrs. Vita Gibson, and a few others on the staff and management here. We've located a larger facility. Now we're just running through the hoops, getting everything together so that we can make that move. Once we make that move, then of course it'll be the Studio 21 School of Broadcasting, Studio 21 Broadcasting Network, and that will encompass everything that is here now, and everything else that we're going to be going to do, and including a state-of-the-art recording studio, which I can just go ahead and let everyone know we just finished most of the paperwork this morning.
Oh,
so thank you. We'll also be having a recording studio. One of the teachers that has a production company now wants to actually come on board, and if the board of directors approves it when we have our meeting on Sunday, we'll also be teaching audio production as well as audio and video production.
Welcome to the hot seat. Hello? Are you there?
Hey, you.
Hey.
Why are you messaging my girlfriend on Facebook? What do you think you should?
What are you talking about? I'm not messaging anybody.
Look, I know damn well you know what I'm talking about.
Who is this?
I have no idea. Who are you?
Oh yeah, you a little punk ass trying to ask my girl for favorite pictures, huh? For some kitty pictures? Well, who the hell do you think you are?
Turn it off. I don't know who that is.
You must think I'm somebody else. I got my own girlfriend. I don't need his girlfriend.
I know that's right.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, we're going to be starting the Studio 21 School of Broadcasting and audio production and everything like that. So it'll be more or less a one-stop shop.
Right.
For those who want to get into the industry and everything like that, and to grow.
Right.
And
So those folks that might be interested in something like that, would now be a time for them to contact you relative to that? Or should
yeah,
they wait?
well, I would say now, because
Okay.
we just don't know how fast the classes are going to fill up.
Right.
And so with that, we want to try to get everything in order now, so that when we go for a lot of the educational grants and stuff, we can actually be able to cross all the T's and dot all the I's.
Right. All right. So if anybody's out there listening and you're interested in getting involved as a student in the WAEN School of Broadcasting, please call the main station number at 404-462-8182 and speak to the person that answers the phone and tell them you're interested in getting involved in the classes that are going to start when that time comes.
Right.
Don't wait until it's too late. The classes fill up. You're going to miss your chance. So
Exactly.
again, call the main station number at 404-462-8182 and tell them you want to sign up for the classes and make sure that you give them your email address, your name, contact phone number, and a street address so they can send you any correspondence that they need to, and an email address so that you can be notified that the classes are going to start on a particular date.
Exactly.
And get that information in as soon as you can so that you don't miss your chance to be in on the first class. All right?
Exactly.
So do that if you're interested in taking classes on this.
Yeah, your TV. I'm just fine. Hold on, please.
Yes, I was
Go ahead.
watching your shows, and I'm really interested in finding out how much is the channel.
At present, the channels are going for $500 a month.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And you said that you can reach how many people?
5,743,000.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. So I have another question.
Yes.
Now, I know school is ending, and I have some teenagers, high schoolers that will let me come in. Can you tell me how I can get them involved?
Yes, if you call the main number, 404-462-8182, and speak to the front desk coordinator, that's Darius, he can give you all the information that you need.
Okay, thank you so much. I really love this information. It's really educational, and I'm going to call and get my teenagers involved, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day now.
Thank you, caller.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
A real phone call? That's one.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Just like we said, you never know who's watching, or who's listening. Exactly.
So there's a prime example. Here's a person who's got some teenagers that is interested in bringing them into broadcasting.
Right.
Now is the time to go ahead and get that done.
Exactly.
So she might even have by herself a whole class. We don't know. She didn't say how many. She said some. Some could be a couple. Some could be 20.
Yeah.
So if she's got, say, 15 or 20, there's a class all by
That's
itself.
a class all by itself. Exactly.
So, and how that brings up a good question, George. How large do you want to make these classes? 15 or 20? 20
Well,
or 30?
I really don't have an answer to that question, only because we're still developing two things. One would be the on-campus classroom as well as the online class. So I'm working with the instructors on that, and we're also developing a curriculum for the online classes. So those numbers are not readily available right yet. So we should have them, I would think, within the next 7 to 10 working days.
Right. So do you think that the classes would be mixed as on campus and online, or do you think they would remain separate?
That I'm going to get with my dean of admissions to figure out which way we want to go on that. If we want it to be just online, mixed in with the on campus, or totally separate.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about. In fact, today being Tuesday, Thursday. I'll be talking.
Thursday,
Yeah,
you'll have that
I will
answer.
have all that information by Thursday. Yeah.
So, so there's another opportunity for you. So if you don't think you can make it to the campus,
Right.
but you're still interested,
Mhm.
check out taking classes online.
Online. That's right.
Listen, the colleges are doing it.
Exactly.
So if the colleges can do it,
That's
school
right.
broadcasting can do
There
it.
you go. That's right.
So, and it's a good opportunity to learn a new trade or a first trade.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could be someone coming right out of high school and you decided, geez, you know, might be interesting to get into broadcasting. And that might be what it is that I want to do.
Exactly.
So check out the School of Broadcasting.
Mm-hmm.
Contact the station again, as I say. Call the main number for that, 404-462-8182.
Correct.
Speak to the front desk and tell them that you're interested in taking classes. Give them give them your name, give them a street address so that they can send you correspondence, written
Right.
correspondence.
Mm-hmm.
Give them an email address, and they'll make sure that you get the information that you need relative to the School of Broadcasting. They'll be able to tell you when it'll start, when they have that information. Right now, that's not readily available.
Right.
Is that correct?
Correct. That's
Okay.
correct. Yes.
So right now, they don't know exactly when it's going to start, but it will be relatively soon.
Mm-hmm.
Get your name in so that you can be in on the first class.
Exactly.
Hall. Who knows? You might start out with a radio show once everything is done.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yes.
And as a graduate of the school, they'll know you know what you're doing. So something to think about. So now that you are a network, are you under the same constraints as other networks like ABC?
Yes. Yes. Most definitely.
In
Yes.
as much
Yes.
as, like, for instance, I don't know how many folks out there know, everybody east of the Mississippi River is a W.
Right.
Welcome to the hot seat.
Hey, it's Sarah. Okay, so I'm just gonna come out and say this. We
Okay.
had such a great date together, and I thought we were really clicking, and then you just ghosted me. What the hell? Why?
I think we're gonna need
That
to
must
take
be
the.
the girl that I
Yeah.
before.
I think what we're gonna have to do is activate our little blocks and everything like that for block numbers and stuff, and turn them.
I have no idea who that girl is. And as you can see, I'm not even using my cell phone, so I got a witness. But as I started to say, everybody east of the Mississippi River on all networks start with a W. Everybody west of the Mississippi River starts with a K. So you have like ABC, CBS, NBC. So are you under the same constraints as
Yes.
an internet
Yes.
station?
As an internet station, because of my license, it would be a W.
It'll be a W.
W.
And are you assigned letters, or do you get to pick?
No, we get to pick.
Okay.
Because when we started, ours was the Atlanta Entertainment Television Network, WAEN, and then we went to America. When we started getting larger, it was American Entertainment Network, WAEN.
Okay. So that's how you got the letters.
Right.
Okay. So the W is because we're east of the Mississippi River.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And of course, there's always the hope that there will also be a K.
Yes.
again.
Yeah. One never knows. One never knows.
You never know. Of course, somebody else would have to run that station.
Right. Yeah.
You can't be in two places.
No,
at
can't be
once.
in two places at one time.
You're good.
Yeah.
That good you're not. So, and I don't know anybody that can be in more than one place at a time. But so, so how, if somebody wanted to start a station, how difficult? What kind of finance? Does it take a lot of money? A little bit of money to start a station?
To start their own station, it does not take a lot of money to start it.
Right.
The money comes in maintaining it.
Right.
Because the industry changes so fast.
Right.
Software changes so fast. Firmware and hardware changes so fast. Where it may take you a few thousand to start, in the end, it's going to cost you a whole lot more to keep it, maintain it. We do know that the internet now is getting to be faster,
Right.
and if your equipment cannot keep up, then you're going to be lost in the dust.
Right.
So you got to make sure that when you get ready to start your own station, that you have a steady stream of income, so that when new software or new firmware, new hardware becomes available, you are able to jump on it.
Yeah.
Also be able to keep up with the technology. They have so many conventions like in Las Vegas in California. I think they're having one in Chicago soon, as far as the internet is concerned and everything like that. Make sure and attend these conventions. Go to the seminars and stuff that they have, only because you got to keep abreast of what's going on. This is not something where you're just going to learn the basics, start you a station, and it's going to do what it has to do and keep up. It does not do that.
Right.
It does not do that. You have to be able to keep up with the industry, be able to keep up with new technology and stuff like that. And that's where the cost comes in at.
Yeah, and it sounds to me, and please correct me if I'm wrong, It sounds to me like you can't have a job and do that.
Exactly.
If you're going to start a station, that's got to be your
Now, if
job.
you want to do it as a hobby, fine, well and good, because I've seen them come in and said that it was a station using the phone, as the camera. That's good and that's cute, okay? But I do not recognize you as a business, and I sure do not recognize you as a functioning station. You're a hobbyist.
Right.
It's not a business.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're going to work it as a business, it is now becoming your 9 to 5.
Right.
And
it's really
starting
9 to 5.
exactly.
You know?
It's like 23.5 hours in a day, because you have to keep up with what's going on.
It becomes for other people.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
And things are going to happen.
Mhm.
You're going to have to be there when things break. You're going to have to be there when things go wrong.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
you're going to either be the person that knows how to fix it.
Mhm.
You're going to have somebody
exactly.
there
Yes.
that knows how to fix it.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I can see where, and if I'm wrong, please correct me. I can see where having a station, never mind a network, never mind
Mm-hmm.
TV, just a radio station, is gonna be something you gotta have somebody to back you. It sounds like, at least to get you started.
Yeah.
Once it's up and running and it's feeding itself financially, that other person, and I would think you would want to be able to pay them back, whether it's a bank,
Mm-hmm.
a backer, a financial backer,
Mhm.
somebody that you know,
Mm-hmm.
family, friends, whatever it is. Don't just take the money and run.
Right.
You got to be able to say,
Mm-hmm.
my plan is to be able to pay you back in X
amount
amount of time.
of time. Right.
Whatever that
exactly.
time amount
Exactly.
is. It can be years, it
Mhm.
can be months,
Mhm.
whatever it is. Got to be able to say, I want to be able to pay you back once I have a stream of income
Mm-hmm.
from somewhere other than you.
And they've got to realize too that in running a business, one person, like this station here, one person is not going to run it by themselves. Do not get it twisted and think that you're going to come in here and be able to do things that are done at the front desk and be able to answer the phones and be able to do the marketing and the promotions and the phone calls and the engineering and the maintenance on the building and everything like that. You have to have a reliable crew. And thank God that I do have that here,
Yes.
because a building this size does not run itself.
Right.
You have to have everybody on staff, everybody that's ready to go when things either mess up, quit working, burn up, fall apart.
And now you've got to worry about, so now that brings in something else that we haven't brought up. Payroll. How are you going to pay those people?
Exactly.
Unless you're lucky enough, I do mean lucky,
Mm-hmm.
to find volunteers And let's face it, people don't work for free.
No.
Generally speaking, unless you're lucky enough to get family to come in, people don't work for free. You got to be able to pay them. So where is that money coming from? And even if you pay a minimum wage is still going to end up costing you, because it's not just the payroll, and a lot of folks forget that. And you will be able to verify this. You have their pay. You also have to worry about their taxes that you have to withhold. You have to worry about all those other sundry expenses that go with the payroll alone. Plus the building, plus the taxes on the building if you own it,
right?
Or the lease, or whatever else. And if you're leasing the building, there are other things you become responsible for.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
exactly.
there's a lot of money that all of a sudden you got to have a chunk of change
Right.
hanging around, and stuff is going to come up.
Yeah.
So make sure you really are committed to something.
Right. Right. I'm so glad that we do have a staff here that I would say is 99% volunteers. They come in
Right.
every day, and whenever we call them and need them, they don't grumble, they don't complain, and these are what
interns do you
yes
that are coming in. Those are your volunteers.
yes those are because they love the industry. They love the entertainment industry. They want to be a part of it, and they're learning.
Right.
And I don't mind teaching someone something that they can use or take to further their career.
Right.
Just like the young man that I talked about earlier, who started with his radio, and I showed him how to do his radio show and everything, and how to get sponsors and things like that. And he went to the next step, which is now working at one of the local stations and stuff like that, where he's making a chunk of money. I don't remember if he remembers me or not, but oh well.
Yeah.
But, to do actually know that I was part of his next step that he took. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking.
Those of us. Now I'm older. I'm pushing ancient. But I'm older, and I have a bunch of teachers that have gotten me started in different things that I've done. I have a math teacher whose name I still remember from college. A bunch of years ago. I graduated college in 1974.
Okay.
Junior college. In 1974, and I still remember that math teacher, Mr. McDonald.
Okay.
And not just Mr. T. Marl McDonald. Yeah, and I know the T stands for something, and I know what it stands for. He hates his first name. Welcome to the hot seat.
Thank you for using callmylostbank.com.
That's the one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But it's because of him that I got into the computer industry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it started out. You need an elective. Take my computer class. What am I going to do with it? Little did I know, 45 years later.
Okay.
Right. So since really 74.
Okay.
I've been working, getting paid.
Yeah.
74, but I've been playing with them since 72.
Okay.
Welcome to the hot seat.
Thank you for using Call My.
Yeah,
They don't give up. Anyway, so, but somebody always gives us our first foot in somewhere. So Mr. McDonald was my first foot in the computer industry.
Okay.
And you were my first real foot in the radio field. I mean, yeah, I played with it a little bit when I was with MSN.
Right. Let's just go ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah. And so, we're all going to get our start from somewhere. And we have to really thank that person.
Right.
I'm a firm believer in thank you goes a long way. And that goes My father was a teacher of sorts.
Okay.
My father was a physician, but he was also chief of staff in the hospital that he worked in before he passed away.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And as chief of staff, he was responsible for all the interns.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of those interns became friends of mine because they were in the house all the time. So,
Gotcha. Okay.
so I would see them, I would talk to them, and they became my friends when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So my friends were the doctors that worked for my father, and I would see one and hi Steve or hi Bob, hi Mike,
Mm-hmm.
and I would get looks from them. How come you get to call them by their first name? I can't do that. I said, well, I'll tell you what. When they come to your house for dinner, then you can call them by their first name. They come to your house for dinner. Yeah, well, my father's chief of staff. Where do you think the intern meetings are?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, they all really. Who's your father? And then I would tell them,
Oh, wow.
I know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was pretty funny as I was growing up, and there were stories. I can't tell all the funny stories, but
Right.
there's one that really comes to mind. There was a fellow whose last name was Fuchs. Came in as an intern.
Mm-hmm.
First day on the job, went to the switchboard,
Mm-hmm.
which is where my dad used to put me when I was a kid. Because where's he going to put me? I'm 9 years old. I can't be running around the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So he would stick me with the switchboard operator. And he comes to the switchboard. And he looks at the real switchboard operator, and he says to her, "It's pronounced Fuchs. Don't mess it up." And of course, I get that now.
Right.
I didn't get it then. I was 9. I didn't get it, but I do get it now. So, and those are some of the, that was not as funny as some of the other ones of what people would do in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
You would not believe some of the things that people do.
Okay.
But so as I say, we all get our start from
Somewhere. That's right.
and to acknowledge that someone and say, thank you for giving me my start in whatever, whether it's radio, computers,
Mm-hmm.
or electronics, whatever it is that you do.
Right.
Acknowledge that person and thank them, because
Mm-hmm.
there's another saying that a lot of people forget. Be kind to the people that you pass on the way up,
On the way up. That's right.
because you will pass them again
On the way down. Exactly.
So, but I do want to thank you very much, George, for coming in today and speaking with me,
All right.
and letting the folks know out there what's going on, what's involved in being
Mm-hmm.
part of a radio station and
Glad to
having
do it.
your own and running and doing and dealing with the FCC and the rest of it.
Glad to do it.
It's not all fun and games like we
Right.
would all like to think. So again, just one more time, I would like to say, if you're interested in becoming one of the students in the classes coming up, call the main number, 404-462-8182. And if ever you want to come on my show, which is In the Hot Seat, you can give me a call on my mobile number at 561-285-2965 and ask to speak to Electronic Dave, and I'll be glad to put you on my show. So give us a call and let us know what you want to do. And we are out.
You guys are clear. Thank you.